Now we're cooking with gas. Now we're moving. Sorry about that, guys. Just a bit of technical difficulties. Crappy internets all round. So, we're here on Treasure Island. We've got Rotten playing as Indians. So he's in the purple trunks. You might know him as Lebo if you played a few years ago. So he's our best friend from Greece, the crazy Malacca. Don't hesitate to call him that. He's up against Andres here, who's in the yellow trunks, also playing as Indians. A bit of a new face to PvP, but he's been around the block for PvE for some time. He's actually the winner of the recent Rookie Rebellion 2 tournament, taking that out 3-0 over Wade. We're here today on Treasure Island. A couple of hunts here for Andres, a couple for Rotten, so things are looking good. Interesting opening choice for Rotten, going for the early dock, not going for an early wood storehouse, but he'll be able to add one on pretty quickly. Going for those straggler trees. Andres going double storehouse, so his dock will be slightly slower. Probably won't be a big deal. Rotten's is interrupted while the villager just takes on the polar bear. Hang on, I think they're endangered, miss. You might want to check in to your local environmental protection agency. Oh, Andres has managed to scout trap Lebo. I don't know. I didn't know how this actually went down, but he's managed to scout trap Lebo here. It just... Against another Civ, this would be so infuriating. Against Indians even, it's a bit of a pain. But at least Rotten, when this guy dies, he will get another one for free. After about 30 seconds, I think it is. So he will be able to keep on scouting once this guy falls. Another free scout, but that's it. You get one mulligan. Everyone gets a mulligan, but that's it. So Andres is going to go for the stone. Lebo for now not going for any stone. He's across 2 hunts at the moment, which is interesting. It's a bit of an investment, considering he's also going to be getting fish. So he'll have ample food here. He doesn't really need to invest in that second storehouse just yet. He could already have the stone or a gold storehouse. So he's probably setting up to go for warship, I suppose. And at least this way he knows he's never going to get caught out with, oh no, I've got no fishing boats and I've just finished my first hunt and I don't have the wood for a storehouse to go on another one. Alright, so shut the door. You won't get any background noise now. Nice sterile environment for commentary. For voice actings. Yeah, Lebo has got so much food in the bank already. Andres is also starting to bank it up too. And I mean, this is the only downside of getting a lot of fishing boats this early on. Is that you basically need to cut your land food eco. I suppose they are able to get gather ellies as well. So Indians can really take advantage of that because it's a big investment. But at the same time, they do take longer to train as well. So, you know, they cost more than twice as much, but they take almost twice as much to train as well. Yeah, so it's a bigger initial amount to invest in, but the actual cost over time isn't much more. We're going to go for Taranga. Andres for now, he's just got the stone. He's going to go for a town center somewhere, so it's very eco-focused. First for mana here for Rotten's gone out. Andres is just willing to tower this actually, and just worry about getting the resources for a town center later on. Lebo can try and take out this boat though. That'll be good if he can pick that off. He's going to retreat for now. He can come back and repair. Gonna get a second Vimana. Andres for now is just cutting Vimana production because he does want to go for that second TC. He's got the stone for it. He, well, nearly got the stone for it. He's gone for that tower, which has eaten up some of that stone. So double Taranga production here from Rotten. Still not going for any stone, so Lebo's really happy to just focus on one TC aggression, I think. Once he gets a good number of Taranga out, he can even add some Bowman in. Investing in a shrine and the second TC monastery for Rotten and another, well, a barracks, so a third production building. I think Lebo should actually just go for it, just push. Because if he does it right now, Andres has got nothing to really defend with. The longer he waits, the worse this gets. Because he's sitting on one town center now. Especially because Andres made that tower, and I think it was a good investment, but all Lebo's had to do is just not engage and not invest anymore on here. It's a good Taranga count already, so he's up to 7. He's got triple production at his fingertips. Andres is really only just finishing up this town center. Hasn't started on any military production yet, so he's got... Oh, there we go. He's got the stables and the barracks on the way now. But he's got, yeah, 2 shrines. He's already investing in Sacred Cow, so this is very boomy stuff from Andres. He's got a bit of gold and food in the bank as well. So Rotten's going to push out. He's got 8 Taranga, and he's able to start producing an awful lot here. He's going to go in and take out the tower and the dock by the looks of things. Which will hurt Andres, but at the same time, it gives him time to make a bit of land army and catch up in that regard. He had a bit of a Taranga disadvantage, but he'll be able to start getting spearmen pretty quickly, which will even things up. Andres is just content to let the dock fall. The boats, they'll just be sitting there idle until he can get another one, but does mean he gets a couple of units. We've got conditioning on the way here for Rotten. He's really got to throw up some houses here, but this will be tough. The spearmen will really have to do all the work here. A few villages are going to get picked off. Rotten can't afford to lose a lot though, because he will be at an eco disadvantage here. In terms of the fact that Andres can double produce villages, and Lebo really can't for the moment. It's a very preemptive garrison there, but it does keep everything alive. The spears will be able to get a bit of damage here, but I mean it's 5 to 2 there, so ultimately I think the Taranga will trade alright. Lebo getting ready to hit and run once again over on this other side. There's nothing for him to hit there. He needs to try and engage the base perhaps. A lot of villagers garrisoned and a lot on the run at the moment, so 17 villagers of the 35. So half of Andres' eco right now isn't actually really doing much. They are going to be saved by the spears there. But needs to, yeah, get some garters out. Possibly even add some bowmen if he Ken here. He is eventually going to be able to afford that second TC here. 38 villages, 37 in Andre's favour, but Lebo's fishing as well. If he can get net lures, it really helps pull him ahead. Andre's going to try investing in age 3 here, maybe a tad early to do so because Lebo can really just invest in army. He's got so much gold, man. Stop gathering gold. You just need wood and food at this point. Andres going for H3. I was going to say he's pop cap, but he's got so much in the queue already, so he should be okay. He's getting more houses now. Lebo needs to actually stop and take fights, I think, rather than just trying to run. We'll be able to kill a few villagers here, though. Really harass Andres. H3's not too far off. I'm just getting some more houses at the moment, but which counts 41 to 43 in favour of Rotten, so perhaps it's going to be worth it. He did lose a good number of Taranga there. Andres is now age 3, so it gets harder to push in as well because the town centres are going to hit that little bit harder. Be harder to take down as well. Lebo needs to get these guys moving again. He just needs so much wood. He's got plenty of gold. And he's got the stone for the town centre. Oh yeah, he's got the second town centre now. Getting a bunch of rangers. So 47 to 42. Andres can go to age 3 town, go for an age 3 town centre once he gets the wood. He does have 15 sacred cows as well. So his gold income is really, really nice. Automatically generating a lot now. Gonna try and do a bit of raiding, so it's hold to him. He is behind, but he is going to try and make this work. Get himself back into the game here. If he can kill a couple of villagers and free up a bit of space, it gives him time, you know, to get champion upgrades to make it, you know, make use of that earlier age 3. Maybe even fit in the third town centre. Right now, you know, he doesn't have access to the water. Lebo's done a good job of cleaning that up, actually. And Andres now is the one that wants to make sure that even if he is raiding, he's minimising his losses. He's going to try and get out of there. He has got a huge amount of health left on all these guys. He's got plenty of spearmen. But it's mostly Bowman Garter Warrior now. With what's left of these Taranga. Are rotten, so interesting to see if Andres can hold on here, because Rotten's 50 population ahead now. And only 6 of that is in economy. Rotten's starting to get his armory upgrades, but Temper's already just finished up there for Andres. Whereabouts is his armory? Just want to see what upgrades he's actually got here. Can't see it. Oh, here we go. So he's really only got Temper as well. He's going to get Varney's Wisdom and Karma. I like Varney's Wisdom. It just makes everything cheaper. It doesn't take many upgrades for it to pay itself off. It's 400... No, what is it? Yeah, 400 resources, but 10% off all your upgrades, including age ups, champion upgrades, eco techs, armory techs, other unique techs, all of it, the lot, 10% off. Store-wide sale, stock must clear, hurry in now. That's why I like Varney's Wisdom. I'm still gonna... Well, Rotten's up to 160 pop. I was going to say, Andres is still trying to raid him. Rotten's probably best off just pushing right now. Because now Andres is really settling down in age 3. Even though he's a little bit behind, it's not a completely lost game unless Rotten actually makes the right decisions to finish it off here. Because they're on similar footing in terms of upgrades. Rotten's now just got to age 3. he's in a better spot to do stuff with it. Like, he's getting so many champion upgrades as soon as he hits it. Andres has had to sort of trickle them through, but he is catching up in terms of population. I'm getting just about every upgrade he can. But yeah, Andres, this has been a wonderful eco steroid the whole time, because even though he's been down on eco pop, even though he hasn't got access to the water, Rotten hasn't yet invested in the shrines either, and hasn't been able to interrupt this at all, hasn't been able to steal them or destroy the shrines, so they've more than paid themselves off at this time, and now with Karma, it's going to gather even faster. The shrines are worth more, you can get another shrine, you can get more cows. So Andres' gold income is looking really good. The longer this game goes on, the more Lebo is going to have to look at investing into the markets or playing more expansively to control the gold mines. Mahout camps though for Lebo, this will be interesting. He'll be looking to try and push and then sustain it with getting the elephants behind it. But Andres is now max population as well. They're both up to 180, which will be the most you can get until you go to age 4 and get your 4th town center. So, to be honest, I think Rotten had a chance to close out this game, or has had multiple actually at this stage, and I think Andres has found a way back into the game with this greed from the shrines. Rotten punished it early, but not as much as I thought he possibly could have. Now that score gap is just shrinking. I think Andres might actually be ahead of Rotten in terms of armory upgrades, which could make the difference in this fight, because now they're both maxed out. Rotten's got a bit more in the bank. He just needs to get a bit more gold. Trailing on armory upgrades. Ultimately, we are fighting on top of his production though, and the Garter's a better all-round unit than the Spearmen there. So Rotten just eating Andres' front line. A good number of blade chariots. There's plenty of bowmen here for Rotten as well. Andres got that 4th shrine now. He's going to want to get... He'll have 5 cows here, he can move over to it, because he's at the cow limit. Andres is looking really resilient here. He's had a couple of losing fights. He's, he got pressured early, and now he's really bouncing back. Andre's going to try and raid. And Taranga slip right through, and still chasing with about 15, but a little bit to catch up here. Rotten does have the speed upgrades. He's got the stables upgrades, and Andres doesn't at this stage. So that is allowing Rotten to actually catch here. More damage done there. Age 4 on the way for both our players at pretty much the same time too. So the game is ultimately going all the way here. Content to just send Taranga to deal with that, the rest of the army here just in case. 65 villages to 84. So Andres has actually got a much bigger eco, and I think Rotten should just look at taking fights. If he's going to cut eco so early, you know, the imperative really is to fight with this style. You can't just let your opponent sit back and outpace you economically, because Andres is about to overtake Rotten on score for the first time in the game since very, very early on. Age 4 for both players, and both players are getting all their upgrades and stuff. I suppose Rotten just wants to get to as close to 200 pop as he can before he forces a fight. So Andres is actually trailing on pop by a little bit here still, waiting on some of his Age 3 and 4 upgrades here. It was a really good idea of him to go Varney's Wisdom, I think. It's definitely paid itself off, pretty much off the Age 4 alone. Good control here with the chariots, but there's not a huge front line left for Andres now. Juggernaut production for Rotten. He wants to seal the deal here. Add another Juggernaut now too. Just be careful that they don't just get converted. Andres is going to start training gurus. And I remember in one of the first community challenge streams with Indians, Lebo was on the unfortunate end of Juggernaut conversions. I think 2 or 3 of them got converted by stop. And it really helped swing an endgame fight in a game that seemed to be slightly favouring Lebo heading into the endgame there. Such pretty units. The Indian units. Celestev did such a good job. I think Rotten can go for it. He is up in terms of population here, and down in terms of eco pop, so he's definitely got a bigger army heading into this. A lot of range backline here, but I don't think any of the... Oh, one of the priests is still alive. I wonder if it's going to be able to get one of the Juggernauts here. Oh, he's going to... No, he's going to get taken out. So, unfortunately for Andres, he's not quite secure enough. Doesn't have the wall up yet that you sort of need to try and abuse the conversion. Because if you can take an engagement just outside your walls while converting, you kind of have to pull your opponent into doing it. But it can be really good because it's hard to try and snipe the priests or any of the range units supporting them. GG often takes the game there. Oh, sorry about that. Should have fixed up that. Oh, got the colours back around the wrong way. So Lebo taking the game there.